As some of you guys may know, I've been working with Covert Instruments, and the other day I got a challenge from the lockpicking lawyer himself. He sent me this lock along with a letter, and I'm going to go ahead and read you guys the letter, and then hopefully I can pick this lock and show you guys what's inside. Jen, I thought you might enjoy picking on the enclosed lock. It's the result of a thought experiment in which I limited myself to only modifying one part of the mechanism, the plug. I can't tell you exactly what I did without giving too much away, but what I can tell you is that there are no custom or modified pins, no spool pins, no serrated pins, no security key pins, no tricky bitting combinations or bitting outside factory specifications, no crazy paracentric keyway, no serrated threaded pin chambers, and no unusual or varied springs. Once you know the trick, I suspect you will find it easy to open. If you don't know the trick, the feedback may be confusing. Good luck, LPL. This did take me about an hour to figure out altogether, and it was kind of a confusing bunch of feedback in there. And I want to show you guys what he actually did to the lock, and we'll get into that once I get it picked, but let's get right into it. LPL got his inspiration from the Heinz key system sold by Siegel in the 1960s, and he did a variation of this idea in Pick Proof Your Quickset for under $1. I'll leave a card here you can click on and go check it out if you want to check out that video. All right, I'm going to attempt to pick this. Here is the key. Nothing tricky there. And I'm going to use a bottom of keyway tension. And just Covert Instruments standard hook. There it is. Yay! 9 whole minutes. Wow! That was a jerk of a lock. Whew, oh my gosh, that was so nerve-wracking. Okay, so I felt like LPL was watching this whole entire time. Like I know that he wasn't watching right while I was doing it, but his eyes on this video reached back in time. It felt like the eye of Sauron was on me. It was like LPL though, up there in the f***ing tower. But Challenge complete. I thank you, LPL. And let's see what he did to this. All right, let's take a look at these modifications. There it is. That is wild. So you can see where it's cut all back and forth here. So what happened is this, as soon as this breaks the first shear line, it gets stuck right here along these edges. And then your core turns and you no longer have access to this. If the core turns, you no longer have access to this pin to actually pick it, right? You can see all of those little kind of T-pins with these tiny little wafers. And because they're separate, this T-pin really gets snagged on there and makes it rough. So you've got to be able to click both of these up past that, and it's a pain. And there's the core again. You can see that's kind of how that's cut. There's no milling or anything. I mean, this was probably the toughest lock I picked without milling in a long time. That's for sure.